Hi, this is Robert with Robert's Reviews channel, and I've got something a little different for you. A swing-away jack to replace that rusty old one on the front of your boat trailer. So, I don't have a live video of me actually replacing the jack because I did it a few weeks ago because I really wanted to try it out and make sure I was happy with it. So what I used today was a Fulton xp15 0101 steel swing-away bolt-on jack with a 10-inch travel and an 8-inch poly wheel. It's rated for 1,500 pounds, and the one that I had before I think was only rated at about 1,200 pounds, and basically, I mean, you can see from the picture it was pretty rusty. It was time to go. So the jack itself is more than 10 years old. I think that the trailer was built sometime in 2007, and then it's 2019 now. So basically that jack has been going for probably 12 years, and no matter what you do with a part like that that's exposed to road wear and gets a lot of dirt on it, it's just gonna get rusty and grimy over time. I've taken the cover off many times and put axle grease on the gears to keep it going as long as possible, but it just got to the point to where it was almost next to impossible to crank the handle up to get the boat off. So I decided that I was going to pull the trigger. So I bought this unit on Amazon, like always, and it only costed me $68. So really, $68 to upgrade to this second size jack I thought was a pretty good deal. And the installation was pretty simple. So let's start with the parts. So basically, you can see in the picture here that it came with the jack itself, which is not in that picture, and then 4 bolts and 2 brackets to secure it, and then also the wheel and the bolt and the bushing, and then additionally the handle also bolted on separately. When I went and lined up all the parts and everything, the U-bolt that I had from the previous jack was in perfect shape. One of the bolts had a little bit, or the nut, excuse me, had a little bit of exterior rust on it, but the threads were completely clean and all the nylock was in good shape. So I felt like using the U-bolts from the previous jack was probably a better option and gave me an easier installation and a more secure fit. These bolts that I have left from this kit are going to work great for something else, and probably the retainers also. So I don't see any reason to discard those or worry about not using them for this project. And the ones the U-bolts that I have, they look like tanks, and they held the previous jack, which supported the boat's weight, so I don't think that'll be an issue. But I'm not a professional, so that's just my opinion from looking at it. And you can see in the pictures here how they really go in easily. I did have to force it just a little bit to get it to line up, because when you have the brackets and the floating bolts, they kind of float around a lot, which makes them harder to get secure and installed, but also easier to get into the holes to line up. So anyway, I was just able to slap those on there and wrench them in. I didn't want to dig around for my deep dish socket, so I used the wrench and the socket together. I got it set up with the socket and then tightened it off with the wrench. So really, I put the 4 bolts on, or nuts on the U-bolts, and got the thing secured down. And then I was able to just put on the handle and the wheel, and it was such an easy installation. It took me a total of about 20 minutes, and I don't see why anybody couldn't do it that fast. So basically here, after I did that, I jacked it up a couple of different times, and it came on and off the trailer. It seemed to have a little bit higher travel. The wheel is a little bit bigger than the previous wheel, so it might move around easier on surfaces, but I really don't move it around much. I've used it for about 3 weeks now, so maybe I want to say 5 outings, and absolutely no problems, and just lifts the boat really easy. I'm able to crank the handles and it goes right up. So anyway, if you're interested in one of these, I'm going to say that this one works great, and I do believe that me upsizing to the next size definitely was a game changer. You do want to be concerned about the total height of the unit. This one, when extended, the length goes to 24 inches and the clearance of 12.4 inches. So you do want to consider, when buying a larger jack, the difference in the size, and make sure that you're going to be able to clear your ground clearance. And mine is kind of average. I do have low bunks and a curved axle, so it does have it's a shallow launch trailer. But the tongue itself is in a real good position, and this jack worked out perfectly. So that's a glowing approval. And if you're interested, check the Amazon link out below. And like always, thank you for watching and have a great day.